When we talk about corruption, many people will point quickly at the government. Of course, the government can be old, they can be middle-aged, and they can be young. But most people will say, oh, if not for this government, if not for the government, Nigeria would have been, if not for the government. Somehow they are correct, but there are certain things that a lot of people do not take into consideration. There are things that people do not even think about. Nigeria is the collective consciousness of everybody. It's either your consciousness drives you to positivity, to growth, or decline, and wickedness, evil thrives. I'm sure you know Nigerian pop star Dbanj. He is a songwriter, singer, rapper, television personality. Dbanj has been active in the vibrant Nigerian music scene since 2004. He collaborated or worked together with Don Jazzy, and you know what they did back in those years? They were the big boys. They came from the UK. They had some little change in their pocket. They came with their sound, and they did what they did. They made a lot of money. I mean, they made a lot of money. Dbanj is no longer that active in music anymore. There is no sound that he wants to put out there. The younger ones have taken over. So, question is this: what is sustaining Dbanj's, life? What is sustaining him? According to the report, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) arrested and detained him. His full name is Oladapo Oyebanji. This is exclusive. It is not a joke. Dbanj was arrested and detained Tuesday after ICPC operatives closed in on him, forcing him to surrender at the agency's headquarters in Abuja, Nigerian capital. Sources familiar with the matter said Dbanj has been dodging summons for weeks, claiming to be overseas for scheduled concert each time he was invited to appear for interrogation over fraud allegation. Dbanj made money, like I said, but he has been accused of fraudulently diverting hundreds of millions of naira earmarked by the Nigerian government for what is called N-Power Project. What is N-Power Project? It is a project designed by the Nigerian government in 2016 to address youth unemployment and increase social development. Now, some might say, is Dbanj the right person to have been involved in this? Of course, they thought the same way they gather artists, musicians, etc., entertainers in general during election, they can do the same. So once that gets to the minister that is assigned to this, the next thing he will do is to get someone like Dbanj. Dbanj will be an ambassador of this or that, a representative of this or that. They believe that you'll be able to, canvas the youth. They do things in a very crazy way in our part of the world. We do not have a reliable database where they will know about unemployment and what has to be done. All of this are supposed to be data that has been collated. With this, they will address what needs to be addressed. But unfortunately, these are criminals. They do not want anything to work. Anyway, Dbanj was given a job to do. Now, investigators allege that Dbanj colluded with some compromised government officials to introduce what they call ghost beneficiaries into the payroll of the scheme, meaning non-existent people. You know why I started first with a reliable database? If there is one where Dbanj lived in the UK, he knows that there is a reliable database there. So for you to bring ghost beneficiaries will be very difficult. You will have to work very hard to get that into the system. But Dbanj, who lived abroad, or let's say when he came to Nigeria, would have said, if not for the Nigerian government. Now Dbanj has an opportunity to make a change. Dbanj is also a a criminal from this allegation that we've seen here. Dbanj colluded with them. They created ghost beneficiaries and paid money into these accounts. And after further investigation, they realized that these accounts are linked to Dbanj. After Dbanj failed to show up for interrogation despite multiple invitations, the ICPC moved to arrest him anywhere in Nigeria or abroad, forcing him to show up at the commission's office on Tuesday. Upon arrival, Dbanj was subjected to prolonged interrogation session, after which he was detained. His plea for administrative bail was rejected by officials who said the musician could not be trusted to attend his trial if released on bail. Sources said ICPC might approach the court on Wednesday for an extended remand order to enable the agency complete its investigation after charging Dbanj to court. Spokesperson for the ICPC, Azuka Ogugwa, could not be reached for a comment, but we know what it is already. Dbanj is 42 years old, is known as Coco Master back in those days, born June 9th, 1980 in Zaria in Kaduna State, Northwest Nigeria. His father is a military officer, artillery regiment. His mother is a businesswoman from Shagamu, Ogun State, Southwest Nigeria. So Dbanj had moved around. He even lived in India back in those years. His father went there. He has moved around. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. Dbanj colluded with certain government officials to create that ghost beneficiary. They said they call them compromised government official. They say they introduce ghost beneficiaries into the payroll of the scheme, and Dbanj knows about it. Dbanj has been questioned. He has been queried. Probably before he went there, he already packaged himself. He knows what to say. He has met with the people who should be met with. He has spoken to them. They told him, don't worry, go, just speak. If not, these people will continue asking you this and that. Dbanj went there to go and say what he needs to say. Dbanj went there to say it. And they said, no, man, you are a criminal. We are not going to allow you to leave. It is not possible. You must be arrested. What are your own thoughts? Do you think people often will question, query the government and talk about is the government when people are given opportunity, chances to at least get access to money? When they have access, what do they eventually do? Look at the case of Dbanj. Look at him. You probably will be one of those people that will be shouting Nigerian government, if not for the Nigerian government. Maybe if something happens when he was in the UK, he will say, if not for the Nigerian government, you think we will be here? Now he has joined the Nigerian government in robbing people who did not have it good in life. People, according to what they created this for, who didn't have a job. Who knows? Maybe they even created this empower to steal. Of course, that's what they often do. They are not ready to empower anybody. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. The notification icon is very important. Please do tap on it.